news while we're live, but it looks like, speaking of live, the game is live. We've got all the players. We haven't even talked about Wizards yet.
No, we haven't.
And Wizards are just as strong a team right now. They made their way through the open qualifier, beating out some pretty tough teams, and now they find themselves in their first game of the FACEIT Pro League against Titan.
And yeah, we missed the pistol round, it seems. So there we are. We have the anti-eco coming out from Titan, who placed themselves, obviously winning the knife round, putting themselves on CT, and now they are on anti-eco, and it's just Famis's all around. We see Scream with an M4A4, and this is actually something that we see him do quite regularly on anti-ecos. It's something that isn't necessarily followed massively in the meta, because M4A4, you don't need to buy that. If you buy a FAMAS, it kind of does the same thing. You're still having a range advantage. But you're also eliminating risk. Because if something does go wrong, then all right, you can't really, you can't give away as much as you would with M4A4. But the thing about Scream and the positions he usually puts himself in with the M4A4 is he gets a lot of spots where he can spam it a lot. You can't really do that with the FAMAS. You have less bullets in it, and less damage output, and it's less accurate. So it really gives Scream, if he gets the right support, it's a great, great play to make.
Existence has taken a little bit of damage, but they traded that off on to Wizards already. So
Nice flash.
That was a nice flash, but Lowell is already pretty low. Wizards have got a lot of work to do. They have to find their way onto a bomb site. Looks like they want to push out B. But the rotator's already on, and Scream, as you mentioned, from that position is going to already take down Kyrie. Will pick up Existence, picks up 2.
Whoa.
But it is answered by Wizards as Myson and Lowell pick up another, but Smits is there with the FAMAS, takes down the remaining members of Wizards, and Titan 2-0.
And they actually lost the M34 there, so they killed a couple members of the CT side of Titan. So that does have an impact. That there is economic damage there. They have to rebuy those rifles, the armor, and everything. So definitely putting a thorn in the side of Titan. But of course, surviving with 3 players, they still have a lot of FAMASs to work with. And Wizards, they didn't get the bomb down, I guess, on the pistol. So we're not seeing the buy coming out here now. So obviously they are having hard times, and this is the last eco for them. And in the 4th round, they'll be able to buy something. So Titan are, posturing themselves very well. We can see Kenny S over here on the cam on quad, and MBK over an apartment. So they pretty much have this on lock. Great opening kill from MBK. I wouldn't really expect anything crazy happening here.
Yeah, I mean, Wizards, we unfortunately didn't get a lot of time to talk about them, but we talked about Open Qualifier. They came through beating out a lot of teams as H2K reason. I believe Wizards actually, yeah, they beat H2K LDLC actually in the online Open Qualifier. So that's 2 big names. We'll see whether they can answer their challenge of Titan, but Existence is going to do his best to shut that down. That's 2 kills for him already. Kenny S already stamping his mark out. MBK with a jumping knife kill around team kill.
What was that? MBK.
What?
Murderous intent.
What?
I mean, what is he doing? I mean, okay, he's just, I don't know, jump, slash the knife, but as the mouse too, it was like a stab, and
I'm just speechless. Did I really just see NBK team kill with a jumping knife?
Yes, yeah, he definitely did just that. That's a big hit to money, and he also taking down your teammate. That's almost like 2 players dying, even though 1 just died. Almost. I mean, it's pretty bad. Anyway, let's move on from that. Don't know if we can, but we'll try. And it looks like Wizards are making the push through Boiler. They've smoked off mid, and they've managed to get themselves on the A bomb site here. And it's really a scramble now for Titan as Smith goes down as well. And they should really be thinking about the save here, because there's no way they should be able to take this down.
Yeah, Titan, only 2 members remain, and they got to be careful they don't start shooting each other, because we've already seen that maybe with this new lineup they not keeping on top of where everybody is.
MBK seemed angry, man.
Scream gets taken down from Library, was looking to maybe pick up a kill or 2 there, but it's just Existence is going to stay over on the A side. Man, I'm still. I mean,
it was just a knife to the face. That's what it was.
I know
he jumped. He wanted that extra boost. He wanted to make it personal, And MBK. Definitely not having fun with
Wizards punishing Titan for it. Titan weren't quite up to the economy they would have liked to have been for that round, and Wizards pick up their 1st round.
Yep.
Maybe getting that ball rolling a little bit here. they've been a very consistent online squad. I think that's one thing to look at is maybe the LAN experience isn't there for them yet, but in these online cups where they're playing best of ones, maybe over a day or 2 or 3 days in the small tournaments, they're actually doing really well. So we'll see whether they can carry that on here.
Oh yeah, and this is a great smoke because this stops Wizards from pushing up Banana, and it allows Titan to take over Banana if they really want to. And, you know, of course, that is huge because if they take over Banana, not only do they get all that info about what Wizards are doing, they have such a quick rotation time, and not just rotation time, it's flanking time.
You can see that Wizards, I think they maybe wanted to go Banana. They bought quite a few Molotovs there and were looking to go aggressive, so it was a great smoke, as you said. And now the push is on from Titan down Banana. They pick up Kyrie, and that's already a good start on this round for Titan. They delayed the push and have now punished Wizards for keeping one member back on Banana. Although Wizards are looking to get in around this A site, they're being very indecisive on arches or quad. They're actually split 2 and 2. And Musambani is pretty low here.
Oh, look at this boost on Lowell. That is some new tech right there. That's beautiful to see. What can he get from this, though? This is a really good vantage point, actually. I haven't seen this.
Are we going to see, like, the reverse of that balcony jump?
Yeah.
Meisen and Smith's actually
That'd be
trailing
sick.
off there. That would be sick. But, oh, Lowell's position looked so good. Kenny S looked like he was going to fall, but survives on 8 health. And now Wizards probably going to have to back away from this one. Yeah, they're going to go and save.
I was going to say, they're thinking about the save. And
yeah, they didn't have time for anything.
Yeah. That boost, though, I haven't seen it really used aggressively, like in that way for the terrorist side. That is very cool. And of course, the only way it works is if you've correctly smoked off the site, and pit and so on. And then it gives the really good vantage because also if you have a lot of height, you're able to see over smokes as well. So it gives you a lot of cool possibilities. So I really like that. Very cute stuff. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be trying to copy that in the future. But we do move 4-1 as Titan are quite strong in the first few rounds here against Wizards on Inferno.
Even with them killing themselves. So, I mean, Titan maybe playing this one a little bit differently. They're being very aggressive on Banana again. This time not meeting anybody. The totem pole was in force for Titan in Apartments. Oh, Lowell manages to pick Kenny S off instantly. Smits and MBK will have something to say about though. Oh, they're going to rain fire down onto Wizards. Kyrie finally answering them as Smits will drop. He picks up Scream as well. What can you do, Kyrie? You 2v1. Haven't got the bomb. Have to regain that, but it is dropped at quad side, and it looks like Titan are already dug in. They have one member. Is that balcony that NBK is sat on right now? I think Kyrie's going to angle his way around. Yeah, NBK up on the balcony. He is watching the bomb site, so looks like Kyrie wants to push in, perhaps.
And here he goes. He's actually going to make his way through. He's going to spot Titan's NBK, and he will pop his head right off, but the trade is there. That's actually really, really quite important that trade happened, obviously, because preventing the one-on-one from which he could most certainly could have won the round from that point, but quite unexpected that NBK's teammate would actually be able to cover that angle so quickly, and sure, Kyrie probably thought he had something for free there, but yeah, 5-1 now. Titan are holding it strong, and I'm going to call shenanigans because we're seeing a lot of shenanigans so far. That boost, the knife, a lot of crazy stuff happening.
Man, calling shenanigans is pretty serious. Oh my goodness, that frag. That HE just chunked Kyrie, and Kenny S is going to do it to Musambani, but that was with his rifle, and Musambani falls in mid. That was an insane HE.
And Kenny S wants more here. He's guarding Boiler Room. He knows that they're in the balcony, so he's going to be very, very careful that they don't jump in on top of him. And he, of course, this is... You don't have to do this kind of thing because he's going close range against the pistols, and this is the risk that you take. Now he's dropped a gun kind of outside of his teammates' ability to cover, so it's a bit of a risk there from Kenny S. But he is kind of like a glass cannon. He goes in there, he does huge amounts of damage, but he can be very fragile sometimes. Maybe it's not so appropriate to use that term in Counter-Strike, but at the same time, I think you get what I mean. JW, often a similar character.
Oh, Existence with the spray down. Oh, Wizards put right into the meat grinder there as they were looking for that push on to B, but Titan are looking very strong. Who knew with their new lineup that they might be pretty strong? I mean,
who knew?
nobody
Again,
guessed
yes.
that.
I mean,
Nobody guessed that would happen. But, you know, they maybe are seeing some holes in their play. Maybe the communication not quite up to what it should be that you'd expect from a top CS team right now. So that is stuff that they have to work on here. And we'll see what Wizards aim to do on this side.
Scream is aggressive here on the car, and he's actually going to push in a little bit more on top of that car, and there's a smoke. That is key, and what he did there was push them back away behind the smoke, and now they can use the smoke to spam through it, gain control of that area, and now, yeah, Scream can fall back. Lee Smith's there, and Smith, what work is he doing right now as Wizards are forced to push mid, because where else can they go?
This is just aggressive round after round from Titan down Banana, and as you said, they're forcing Wizards to only channel through mid, and then NBK and the rest of Titan on the A bomb site are just picking up every kill. Every time that Wizards move round, Titan are just doing a great job of getting the favorable trades. Flash out onto their own team there by Titan.
Get him out of that horrible spot.
Yeah, of course, when you get him out from the cubby hole, but Wizards are having to play so slow. The three members, they really don't want to lose the guns. They are behind. However, I believe they'll be getting the economy boost fairly soon. Has it been 5 rounds?
I don't think so.
No, this will be the 4th
Yep.
if they lose this round. So,
and they are actually making their way up mid as well. So they're actually, this could work quite well. And Kyrie, he does get taken down. It's all to Lowell and Musambani now. And they don't have a lot of time to work with, to be honest. I think a save would have been in order there, because I mean, this is the problem that you get into. Is you're trying to creep into options, and this is the really powerful stuff. We saw JW before. He was basically doing the same sort of thing to these teams. He'd get the pick very quickly, and now they're like, oh, what do we do? We had a plan. What do we do? We need another plan. And so they sit back, they hold, they try to get some map control, they see what they can do, and then this process just kept happening again and again in that round, and then all of a sudden there's no time. And look at this triple nade going on there. Nice little prediction for the anti-eco there from Titan. Shows that they're very aware of the money situation.
yeah, they will be pretty aware of what's going down, but Titan are in a commanding position. The totem pole is in effect in apartments, and now they're going to have the information of how many people are on A. Smits is going to take down Meisen as well. Oh, picks up Kyrie, picks up Lowell. Musambani does manage to take down NBK, but it's a matter of time before Smits rounds that out. Was that 4 for Smits, or was it 5? It was 4. I'm pretty sure it was 4.
And that boost is actually really, really good. It looks kind of gimmicky, but it's actually quite cool. I mean, the thing about that angle usually is that the players can move very quickly if they're going to run through to boiler. So it can sometimes, if you miss the first couple of shots or don't get the heady, it can be kind of hard to take them down, and you have to fall back without really doing much. But with the 2 players there, you double your chances at really just stopping them from getting in apartments, and that's kind of cool to mix it up like that. I'm really liking this from Titan. Titan have always been known to be one of the teams that put some of the most thought into the game.
And it definitely looks like it's working for them here, because who can deny that this is quite the lead already that Titan have built for themselves. And I mean, you expect CT to have a lead here on Inferno, as actually they push out. Kenny S not quite able to get the AWP shot off. Meisen picks off Smits. Kenny S misses the second shot, and Meisen turns the corner, makes him pay for it. NBK up on balcony once again, drops the bomb in front of the site, and now Wizards are trying to battle against NBK. They do manage to force Titan off the site, and it's a matter of retaking here for Existence and Scream. Can they get onto the site? The bomb has been planted. Flippin is pretty low here, and he is all the way on that tight side of the site under balcony. Existence, oh, he got flashed and turned his back, but managed to turn around and push away Wizards from the balcony. Scream will fall to Musambani. It's a 2v1. What can Existence do? He knows there's one in Graveyard, but the smoke is blocking his view. Existence falls, and Wizards finally get another round.
It's a really tough spot for Scream, actually. He's pushed over at the small pit, and that's a really, really hard place to be when you're waiting. The only thing he could do there was wait for his teammate, because they had to synchronize. It's their best possible chance instead of trying to take it solo. And Existence was so far away. A lot of time was killed doing that, and a lot of risk was there for Scream. And also all the information going to Wizards. It was pretty easy from that point forwards. So really well played so far to both teams for some of these plays. But Titan, they're just really pulling ahead. And I want to highlight as well the way that Kenny S died with the AWP on the quad. He pushed forwards. There's no way that if he misses that shot that he survives. So he's basically saying, I'm probably going to, even if he makes the kill, if there's a teammate behind that guy, he's going to die still. So Kenny S, he's still making the risky plays that we know him for and love him for.
And he peaked this round and has fallen for it already.
Yeah.
So, you know, you talked about how it's risky, and Wizards are starting to maybe tap into that. Maybe they're starting to read Kenny S a little bit here. They know perhaps the communication isn't what it needs to be for Titan, and maybe that's where they can build a comeback from. We all know that we've seen further
Oh, this is nice.
Oh, Smits manages to pick up one, Scream picks up another. It looked like it was some good smokes and flashes, but it is actually a faked play onto A site, and they're rotating out towards B, but Titan have already somewhat read this. They brought 2 players over. Existence will spot the play, and
wow,
oh my
Existence.
goodness, the spray down double headshot. Oh, Existence.
That is heartbreaking to see, because Wizards, they played that fake so well. They did, you know, I think I highlighted this on LGB Fnatic on Mirage. They did the really, really convincing fake where you commit, it's a huge gambit. You commit a lot to it. You commit 2 players, you sacrifice them, and they throw the nades in. They really make it look like it's going to be an A, and Titan pushed all their players right back. But as I say that, we're getting a very fast push on Banana.
That was Smits. I believe he had an AWP that was pushing out on Banana. And if Wizards can open up this B bomb site, they may be able to all push in. But look at their positioning. They've actually left the bomb all the way down by T stairs. So they're going to have to go and collect that. But a good read there, because Titan actually had 3 men on B side this round. So now they're forcing Titan to float a member and leave one of their spots more vulnerable than the other. And it looks like they're going to commit more to defending A this time, and Wizards, that's where they're pushing through.
Certainly, and Wizards, they need to start the comeback now. And oh, NBK just coming out huge with a double there, really going to stop them from taking over apartments. And this was a really well-coordinated play with Kenny S there. They both came in from 2 different angles to provide support, to provide potential for trades. And by denying apartments, Wizards are left with very few options at this point. I mean, there's 1 man on Banana, but there's so little time at this point that they'd have to go for it now. And Titan know that that hasn't happened. So they know it's A at this point. They have to know that it's A. And they're keeping 1 man at B just in case, but he can quickly rotate. But actually, no, they're floating 1 guy back, because Wizards are taking so long and they haven't spotted them yet that they're floating guys back, and they actually might come into the fire of Kyrie, and they're going to know what's happening now.
Kyrie was not expecting him as he turned the corner. NBK, does get 1 from Pit. Kyrie will drop Kenny S, though. And Kyrie is just on a complete tear this round. 3 kills in the books already. But not enough time. Not enough time for the plant.
They must be absolutely gutted. I mean, that's the thing. They take so much time on a lot of these plays, you know, carefully trying to work out how to do it. And there they got a really good opportunity. They took so long, actually, that they convinced Titan that even though in reality their only option was to just go for A, that Titan were like, that can be the only thing they can do, but they haven't done it yet, so they must be at B. So they started rotating around, and Kyrie started coming up with kills because of that. And looks like we're going to see very quick B play, but Scream is well positioned to sandbags.
Oh my goodness, Scream with that double spray down. Lowell and Kyrie no longer on the board for this round, and Existence dropped pretty low from that push, so I mean that's something you got to be watching out for. But Musambani clipped the fire there, as they got to be careful pushing up. But Musambani makes his way to the top of Banana. It's Existence waiting on coils. In easy pickings here if Existence gets dropped, but Musambani's the one to fall. Existence, how are you getting this damage done?
Whoa.
You are on 13 health in coils in a pretty exposed position. Flippin picks up Smits, but Scream finishes off Wizards, and this one is tumbling away from the Spaniards.
Yeah, again, there's been so many rounds where they've played it really well, but there's maybe some of the players being a little bit too slow. Maybe there's been too much indecision, and maybe they've given a little bit too much respect to Titan in some regards. But Titan, they've been actually mixing things up really well, and sometimes that can happen. But here we go, triple man nade over on Banana, and they predicted it right, and here they come, flooding on into their bullets as they rain down upon them. They're all getting dropped there, and it's only one frag onto Scream and Smiths. Actually, there's a second, but still, it's just Kyrie. What are you gonna do, Kyrie? What are you gonna do?
Existence already picked up 3. He's having an insane game here. He's saying, Kenny S, who? I'm the one that's gonna pick up all of the kills in this game. And Kyrie does fall to NBK. 12 rounds to 2. We head into the last round of the first half, and oh, that's a mountain for Wizards to climb.
Hurts to look at it. I don't want to look at it.
Oh, down to Galil's. 3 Galils. Musambani not even able to pick up all that much for himself. It's a tough spot to be in here, but they will, of course, look to do as best as they can. Smiths with the Scar. So this is what we've seen, a couple of Scars today already.
Yeah, and here we have Kyrie. He's actually on the Logs position here. Has a couple options. He can either stay hidden and just wait there and play on an aggressive Titan, but Titan are too controlled to do something like that. Their aggressions are well planned, and they don't just get frag hungry or they don't do things that don't really make sense unless it's like, for example, like a small little player like Kenny S decides to go crazy with the AWP or something. But with setups like on B, Titan always have each other's back. The 2 B players, they always support each other, and Existence, he moves in off the back of a flash from his teammate, and they make the kill. It's as simple as that. And Wizards, they're trying to find some kind of hole, but it's just not there. It's
not there. Existence has just been on point this game. And oh, Smits, he has that auto sniper. Can he get it? No, he actually can't do much with it, as Wisambani will pick that one up. Meisen picks up a second as MBK gets dropped from the balcony. And now maybe Wizards have their opening. Maybe this is what they needed. Wisambani's under a bit of pressure. Did pick up the Scar, turns around, picks Existence right in the face. And it's 1 member left, only Scream to hold the site. That was, Wizards needed some sense of building around, but they're still in a position where if they lose the pistol round, they are getting closer and closer to map point for Titan.
Yeah, it's it was a funny round because part of the Scar actually, because who was it in the hands of? Was it Smith? Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So Smith is usually the guy that picks it up. So he was just in this position. He's like, well, I can just crouch and just hold mouse 1. And he's like blind. And to be fair, it should have worked, but it didn't work. And that enabled them to have that quick push, which they usually need, that quick opening, which they don't usually get. And now this pistol round, this is everything to Wizards. They have to defend this well. And can they do it? What are we seeing?
Ooh,
oh my God.
This is so tense. Like, we're seeing a very tense round out from Titan on this T side. It's a slow round. It's not going to be any hell for leather pushes, and I can just feel that tension that is just hovering around. And Wizards actually maybe reading that the members of Titan reading maybe that Wizards had stacked A there. There was a lot of action going on at the A site, and it's Flippin that's trying now to rotate out through CT, but Titan are already on site. They're already planting the bomb. The smokes have gone down from CT, and now Wizards are all going to funnel in. There's an HE that goes out, tags a good few members of Wizards here, as Flippin does take down Kenny S. Now they're trying to funnel in through that ruins area, but Scream bunny hops up onto Barbecue, but waiting for them to come around the side. Wizards are taking this slow, but they are getting the picks that they need. NBK dropped low, does manage to pick Musambani off. NBK only on 12 health, but the members of Wizards are just starting to fall here. Existence and NBK just doing far too much from the bomb site. They were dug in too deep. 13 rounds to 3.
This is looking horrible for Wizards. I mean, kill me for stating the obvious, but Wizards, they really, really need to get this going at the moment, because this is, again, it's painful to look at. It's kind of a scoreline. And Titan, you kind of can't blame Wizards at all for having a result against Titan like this. So it's... What do you do? Where is the hope?
Oh,
I'm looking for the hope.
My God.
Oh, the nade.
He was down to 3 health from that grenade, and then NBK shot straight through that wood board by Carr and takes his head off. And oh, that's not the start Wizards wanted this round. That is not the start they wanted at all. Now they have to rotate out. It's an eco round, and Titan already pushing in. That is going to be Flippin' falling as Smits even picks up Lowell. I didn't even see where that kill went from, but Titan have full control of this bomb site now. Smoke's already out over CT, and Kenny S just lays fire all the way through to CT, and oh, it's not a good round for Wizards.
The horrible thing is that if they either have to say, let's eco again and play for the draw, or they do a crappy buy. And it looks like they're going to go for the famous buy.
They're going for the famous
buy.
I mean, it's such a big lead that Titan has. Again, that's very, very obvious. But Titan have been playing pretty well. I wouldn't say they're quite as consistent as we've seen Titan play before. But remember, lineup changes. Kenny S has just come back into the roster, so you can forgive them a little bit for having a miscommunication here and there. But nevertheless, the lineup is as strong as you would expect from them to be taking Wizards quite this lightly.
But they can still have a chance if they can take this round with this force buy. They have another round to buffer. They just have to string it together now. It's just all in this round now, and it's Titan. You can see them playing really patiently. I could have seen MBK pushing through the smoke if he was letting, I don't know, what you would characterize it as, maybe some hubris from just that feeling you get when it's like, I know we've won this. It's like I can just run in, I can just run and get lucky and just have some fun. Like I could maybe have seen that happening, but they are professionals. They really are professionals, and they are taking it slow.
Well, he's got the weapon of choice for doing that. He's got the peanut.
Yeah,
but he hasn't got a skin. That should be a Trigon. But they're going to push in now as Smith does take down Musambani. Existence picks up the second. And it's down to Kyrie on this point. The rest of Wizards are starting to rotate, but that was a really nice incendiary, actually.
Yeah.
Smith's taken all the way down to 2 health, and it's slowed down the push. Maybe this is enough for Wizards to hold the point. Oh, Kyrie will fall. NBK making good work of that P90. Scream will fall. Smiths will fall. It's a 2v1. Lowell will pick up another, but it's not enough. NBK using the P90.
Oh, wow.
Oh, if only he had the Trigon skin.
Oh, Existence, bit of BM over there. It's like, says well played. Oh, Existence, but he did say, sorry, he misunderstood. He thought it was over. But I like how we were talking about the P90 and how NBK decided to end the round with that. Thanks a lot, NBK. So 15-3 is the score, and Wizards are on the edge of losing this against Titan. Perhaps an expected result, but was it expected to be so dominant? I just don't think it was.
I feel like Wizards on a different day could be in the same situation. If they were on their top form on a day where they're playing absolutely amazing, it could be an inverted scoreline. But you're right, Titan to be expected to be taking Wizards pretty easily. But Wizards, they lose Kyrie to that P90. NBK's really making that work. Musambani takes down Smiths in apartments, but is it too little, too late here for Wizards? 15-3. They can't even win if they get 12 rounds in a row.
Well, they can force overtime.
Well, yeah, but what I mean is 12 rounds in a row isn't enough to make them win. It's only enough for a draw for normal time.
Yeah,
so
true.
That's the mountain they've got. NBK taken down incredibly low. Is going to look to bunny hop up using the P90.
Oh, man.
Oh, the ducking and diving.
The tricks coming out from NBK with that P90. NBK, man.
Oh, it's not going to be
Has
enough.
he no shame? Has he no shame with that P90? Come on.
I would love to see... Was that like 6 kills with the P90 over those rounds?
That's a fair amount.
It was a good few kills.
Yeah.
Like,
to be fair, I mean, if you're able to hang on to an SMG and just keep building the bank, you will just play with it until you die, unless it's a really close match. So I mean, what he's doing really is the best thing to do when you're already ahead. So by quite a bit. So there you go, 16-3. I mean,